Hello and welcome everyone, I am Madals and this is another StarCraft 2 England cast. Today I have got a best of one game. It is from the HP Trophy Cup 2 and, well, it is between LucifoN, the green Terran player in the top right position, who's up against roxkisAbver, who is the purple Zerg in the lower left. Now, cool little fact about LucifoN, obviously he's the Spanish Terran player and he is the older brother of another pro gamer, Vortex, so runs in the family, a bit like the Plot brothers, but well, obviously Abver's going to be keen to take him down. Now, obviously Abver may not be quite as well known as LucifoN, at least he isn't to me, so we'll wait and see how this plays out. But what can we expect from this match? Well, being a ZvT, we should see from the Zerg player 15 hatch, 16 pull, and then from the Terran, I reckon we're going to see a 1 Rax command center. The map being Shakura's Plateau. It's quite a fun map, it's force cross spawns, but this is quite an easy natural base to hold, so definitely thinking of fast expansion out of the Terran. That again puts pressure on the Zerg player to be like, hey, I'm on equal bases, what do I do? And on Shakura's Plateau, that can be really hard to deal with. Because, looky here, this base is quite a long way away. It's got narrow ramps. Tanks can position themselves here and be like, lol, you want to come defend your third? No way. Then you've got this area here, you've got lots of tight chokes, and it's just awkward. Meanwhile, though, for the Terran taking a third, they're just like, I'm going to take my third here, put tanks here, and then be like, you want to come in here? Nope. You want to come this way? Nope. I'm defended. So, really, I would say that this map is slightly Terran favoured, so it'll be interesting to see if Abver's got some cool strategy you could use. I mean, things you can look at doing on this map is muta play. Obviously, there's some dead space around the main base. There's also some dead space around here that you could go for, so 2 base mutas are an option, or you may just go for a flat out baneling bust, maybe with roaches backing it up off of 2 bases just to try and, you know, win the game. Now, looking here, we have already got a variation. Obviously, Abver going for that gas stem pull build, which isn't too common against a Terran. Maybe that's some kind of timing push he's going to go for, maybe even just a 1 base play, knowing that going for the macro game is not going to work for him. Meanwhile, we've got LucifoN there getting the orbital command up to 300 minerals, should have an SCV coming down to build that command center, so everything going to plan on the Terran side, but really no scout on the way out yet. This SCV doesn't seem to know that it's force cross spawns here and is going up to the top left position to check if they are in close positions, which unfortunately for LucifoN they're not. Now I've got 6 Zerglings on their way out, so speed, the first queen on the way, and the fact that there is still gas mining makes me think there's definitely going to be banelings. Now obviously if it was just for speed, these 3 drones would have been pulled, or at least 2 of them would have been. There goes down the baneling there, so this is ye old traditional baneling bust, which is not going to get scouted for quite a while, and that could cause some problems. Obviously the command center on its way down at the moment, and well, these Zerglings are on the way across the map. Will the SCV see it? I don't know if it did. No, I don't think it was able to spot him. Meanwhile, 2 more Zerglings coming over. If that SCV does get denied, then it'll be fine, but obviously it does manage to get in. We'll see everything now. Once it sees that baneling nest, it will know what's going on. And was the baneling nest spotted? No! It wasn't. Crucially, that baneling nest, possibly the game-deciding factor, has not been seen. Now, these 6 Zerglings are on their way in, and, well, there's 2 more on the way. That'll take us up to 8. We've got streams of Zerglings coming across the map, factory in production, and LucifoN is going to have to probably cancel this. SCV's being pulled to soak up some damage from these Zerglings. Meanwhile, we've got 2 banelings morphing in, and that could be end of the fun for the Terran here. But if he does manage to hold, he's going to be in such a dominating position. The banelings have now been spotted, and it's going to all come down to micro. How well can that all get microed? We've got more banelings morphing in. We've got a lift on that command center. Exactly the right response. Just pull it back. Make your defense down here. Get a bunker up. Try and be safe. Bring the SCVs there to repair. But obviously there's an awful lot of banelings morphing in, more Zerglings streaming across the map. This is such an all-in. If we look at the work count, 19 to 13, if Abver doesn't just flat out win here, then, well, it's GG either way. It all comes down to this engagement. A second bunker being built. Look at how well defended all this area is. And here we go. We've got the banelings moving up. They punch straight through the bunker falls very, very quickly, but all the banelings have now been used. SCVs being pulled. We've got Zerglings in here. Speed is done, and well, there's a complete surround of those SCVs. Those Zerglings going absolutely to town. They are getting cleaned up though relatively well for the moment. We've got another supply depot getting built to finish off the wall off, and still we do see that LucifoN is ahead in the work count. We've got more Zerglings streaming across the map though, not enough in my opinion, and well, this could be big problems. Of course the second bunker is there, that second orbital command is starting to make those SCVs, and of course no more drones being produced at all. This is pure Zerglings, and if the first wave of a baneling bust doesn't work, generally speaking, you don't tend to see the second wave work either. We do have 6 more banelings in production here for the Zerg player. Looking at the main base, obviously that second bunker being rebuilt. We've got Marines coming out, we've got Hellions coming out. It is going to be all down to this. Now here we go, we've got wave 2 of this baneling bus coming through. There are enough banelings there, they try and punch through, but not quite enough damage done. That is allowing the bunker to do massive damage. The bunker does stay up for the moment, but Zerglings streaming in. There is not that many though. A Hellion is there to try and help clean up all of this. The SCVs are trying to mineral path their way through to pick them up, and very, very little damage done there. We do have a couple more Zerglings streaming across, but if we look at the word count, 16, 13, and of course 2 SCVs in production at a time for the Terran. The supply depot being rebuilt, repair on the other supply depot as well. And well, suddenly this is looking to be some problems. Abver is not in a great position. He's getting that Roach one. He's continuing with the pressure. But to be honest, at this stage of the game with the Starport coming out, we're going to see Banshees very, very shortly. That is a great counter-attack because basically there is no way that on this kind of aggression that your opponent is going to have any kind of tech, any kind of things such as, I don't know, Spore Crawlers. Even more than one Queen is very unlikely. So those Banshees going to be ever so strong. And really LucifoN just going back into the more standard playstyle of what Terran should be expected to do. Now obviously we do have some units here ready to damage any Hellions that might come in. Of course 2 just running across the map. Still though 2 SCVs in production at a time. Look at that supply worker count difference, absolutely hugely in favour of the Terran. When you factor the mules in as well, the income for the Terran is just hugely different, so that is all looking good. Now the Zerglings nearly get a nice little pinch movement on those Hellions, but the Hellions do manage to sneak through. Great little bits of micro going on right here. And well, quite a few Zerglings getting taken down. If we look at the loss tab, this has come out worse for the Zerg player at the moment. And I mean, only 11 workers killed, and that is not enough at this stage of the game. The Roaches are now, they do get spotted, but of course the first Banshee is nearly done. Once that Banshee starts coming into play, any form of ground forces are going to have problems. The 2 bunkers are still there. We've got more Marines in production as well. We've got more Hellions on their way out. And well, to be honest, LucifoN is just in a nice spot. He's going to have to do a good defense because we'll probably see quite a few banelings morph. There we go, they are on their way in. But, well, that Banshee about to be done any second now. We'll start chipping away at things. Needs to focus down the banelings with the Banshee. That is the #1 thing to pick off. That means that wall off will last a little bit longer and it should be a bit easier to hold. But the Banshee instead looking like it's going to go and put on some aggression, just taking a scout around to see if we can see any banelings. And well, at the moment we've got that Banshee just moving forward. A lot of banelings here though. Will they get focused down? They should do. And well, here we go. We've got 1 baneling in a fall. How many will actually make it through? Probably very few. No SCVs have been pulled. We've got 4 Marines in one bunker, 3 in the other. If the bunkers stay up, that is where most of the good times come. And well, we see a lot of banelings detonating on nothing. So while the supply depot is taken down, the GG goes from the Zerg player. He knows he will not have enough stuff to deal with that, and that is game. So beautiful, beautiful defense by the Terran there. If you like the cast, guys, subscribe, like the video, leave a cool comment, and well, I'll catch you tomorrow for yet another new game. I'm Madals. This was an SC2 England cast. Bye for now.